Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria, Community Manager for Effect House, and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to this special live. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the Effect Creator Rewards, which is our program, and you can also call it as ACR. As you can know, let me introduce you a figure in our team as well, which is Greg, our Community Manager. Hi.
Hi, Victoria. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And we are also having our special guest, Bartel Games, which is our top creator and has been creating so many amazing gaming effects to share some tips on how to create a gaming effect that might go viral. Bartel, can you introduce yourself today?
Hi, my name is Bartel. Tudo bem, pessoal? Eu sou do Brasil e meu nome é Cristiano Bartel.
Thank you very much for your introductions. And today, me and Greg, we're going to start to talk a little bit more about the ACR. So, Greg, tell me more about this program. This program, what is it?
Yeah, of course. Thanks. So Effect Creator Awards is a program that we launched a little less than a year ago. It is a program that lets you earn cash payouts for popular effects that you create on TikTok. So it's a program that is an RPM model, which basically means that after you reach a certain threshold of usage for your effects, you'll start to earn cash payouts. You track them on our Effect House website. And then at the end of the month, 15 days later, you can cash out and receive cash payout to your bank account. So
Wow,
it's
that's
something that we're really
amazing.
excited about, and we have continuously iterated on it because we've seen it that creators are really interested in this program.
Is it all the effects available for this project
Yeah. So
for receiving the
it's
payouts?
it depends. So there's a few different ways to become eligible for Effect Creator Awards. So you have to be at least 18 years old. You have to you have to set up your tax and payment setup on our website, which takes like 5 minutes. And then you have to be in a region where Effect Creator Awards is available. And right now that's 53 countries around the world. And we do hope to add more in the future. We always get requests, and it's definitely just something that we're working on. It takes time, but it's something that we're continually adding more regions. But if you meet all of those criteria, then you're able to enroll in Effect Creator Awards, and then your effect becomes eligible for Effect Creator Awards when it has had 100,000 qualified public videos. So it's been used by in 100,000 videos that are not repeat videos in one day, that are public videos, they're not private videos, and they're in our qualified region list, which is many of the countries around the world, but not all of them. Once you reach that threshold, your effect becomes eligible to receive a cash payout. And it can be eligible for 90 days after you publish the effect. So you have a little bit more time after, even once it starts to grow traction, for you to earn more payouts.
This is amazing. It is actually an amazing way for the creators to be recognized for their work and for all the amazing effects they have been creating. And I know that the last week we have talked about a new launch for the Effect Creator Rewards, which is the ECR 3.0. And what's new in this? What is new in this ACR?
Yeah, 3.0. Like you implied, this is the second time we've upgraded the program. We launched this program in April, and since then, specifically on the feature requests board of the Effect House website, that we get so many requests about Effect Creator Awards, requests to roll out the program in more regions, requests to lower the requirements to get a payout. Those are the two that we got the most requests for by far. And we definitely see those. We read every single feature request. And those requests got a ton of votes from other creators. So they really were at the top of our list of features to add to Effect House. So in this newest version, the main changes that we're doing are, now we are rolling out Effect Creator Awards to 30 more countries. So it's now available in 53 countries around the world. Some of the countries we added this time are Mexico, Turkey, Argentina. There's so many more. So we're really excited about that, of course, because the goal is for as many creators to monetize their work as we can. So that's the one change that we made. Another change, like I mentioned, is we made it easier to get a payout. Now it used to be a 200,000 qualified video posts to get a payout, and now it's down to 100,000. So we think that this will actually increase the number of effects that are getting payouts pretty significantly. And then we did make a few other changes. So we removed private videos from the list of qualified videos for Effect Creator Awards. So this is based on just usage evolves on TikTok, how people use effects evolve. And so we made this change. So now private videos no longer get added to your qualified video list. But we know that this will mean that it'll take longer for you to earn that, to get to 100,000 qualified video posts. So what we've done is we've raised the RPMs, or the payout per video, to match how much we think it'll go down. And we'll continue to tweak it and adjust it. So the goal is that even though we're removing private videos from the list, we are, by raising the RPMs, the goal is that creators are not going to lose much income or any cash payouts at all based on that change. So yeah, but overall, I think it's a pretty exciting package of updates and improvements. And so we're really excited to see, and we've already gotten some really awesome feedback from creators since we launched last week.
Yay. I would love to see from the people that are in the chat if your country is already eligible for the ACR, if you are already taking some money out of it, and by any chance, what kind of effects would you say that are more likely to be doing well in this program?
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you
great
give
question.
some tips on it? Some sneak
I got
peek?
you some insider info. So we actually launched a new post on our social channel. So this is something that went up last week. We get this question all the time. Creators ask, what types of effects should I make if they want to earn from Effect Creator Awards? And the truth is, when we look at the list of effects that are getting cash payouts, like it says here, every type of effect has received some sort of cash payout. So randomizers, makeup effect, beauty effects, games, interactive effects, really weird stuff that we can't even put in a category, but we love. They all get payouts. But we did want to pick a few categories that we recommend creators focus on if this is their most important priority. So the first one, if you click, is making things interactive. In general, we see that the more interactive an effect is, sometimes the more likely it is to get a payout. And if you think about it, it's because this is naturally incentivizing creators to want to explore your effect, want to use it, to want to make one or two or many videos using your effect. So that was tip number one, is just make it interactive. The way that AR is used on TikTok, it's not just a camera overlay. It's used to help you tell a story or to help you join a trend. So we recommend really leaning into that and thinking like, how can my effect be a storytelling tool and be a trend in itself, not just a simple camera overlay. Number two, which you see here, is games. So games have become huge on TikTok in effects, and we think they're only going to continue to grow. If we could go back real quick. We think, I think games, just by nature of how they work on TikTok, the fact that you make a game and then every other creator who sees that video, they're going to see what score you get or how you played the game. And, we're all kind of competitive by nature. So
Yes.
you're going to see someone get a score on an effect and you're going to think, I could do better. I could get a higher score. And so that's exactly what you need to incentivize other creators to go use your effects. And that's how trends start. And that's how you get to see these effects that have 100,000 videos, 200,000 videos, things like that. So really, we recommend, exploring this, leaning into it. You've probably noticed on the Effect House app homepage, we've launched lots and lots of game templates because we know that games are a little harder to make than other types of effects. So our goal is to give you a lot of templates to make it easier for you to get started. And we also have things like subgraphs and microgems, which are little building blocks of games that you can add to your effect. So if you don't want to figure out how to make a joystick, we have a microgem like subgraph for that you can download. Same for like a score counter. So you don't have to learn any of this stuff from scratch. But we think that, we've noticed that games are really earning a lot of Effect Creator Awards payouts. And it's because of all those things that I just explained. It's just a natural way to get a lot of creators to want to try your effect. Yeah, and then the third one.
This is actually amazing. Like,
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you out.
No, you're good. You're good.
But just if you're not a creator, like if you are in the chat and you're not a creator, Greg just gave all the options that you can just start create your effects right now, because you can be part of the effect creator rewards in all the kinds of effects. There isn't like a specific one, but even if there's something that you would like to learn, we will be providing you the templates and everything for you to be able to be there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we're here for. And we want to hear what kind of templates you want. We want to hear how we can make it easier for you to make effects. We have a whole team dedicated to just that. The third one, and I think you might be surprised about this one, is that randomizers are still very popular, and a lot of randomizers are still getting Effect Creator Awards payouts. So this is, I guess the most classic version is the like which blank are you, and then it will give you different options. But if you think about it, this is another one of those categories of effects where like the user and the viewer of the effect is automatically incentivized to use that effect. You see someone doing a randomizer and it gives them a really funny response, and you're automatically going to think like, oh, I wonder what it would say for me. I wonder what kind of chocolate chip cookie I am. And then suddenly you're trying the effect and you're posting a video. So like that's why this type of effect is still, all these years later, I've been working in AR for a long time. I think many of the people watching this are as well. Randomizers have been here since the start, but this is why. And we think that they're here to stay. But as we mentioned in the copy here, I think as you can imagine, there's a lot of randomizers out there right now. They're pretty easy to use, which is a good thing, and they're easy to create as well. So that means that you do have to use a little bit of creativity and polish to stand out. So I would say in a crowded market, the way to stand out is by giving your assets a little bit more polish, learning how to do simple 2D animations to make your effects really pop and catch people's attention. And also make sure that you spend a lot of time and creativity on the answers or the responses for your randomizer. I think this will really help your effect stand out, because you want someone to use this effect and get the most outrageous or funny or ridiculous response possible, because that will get other creators very curious about trying your effect. And I love this because it is also such an amazing opportunity for any type of creator to make a popular effect, because it just, all you need is being creative, is to come up with funny ideas, is just to be yourself. It does not require you to go out and learn like really advanced technical knowledge. So that this is a perfect option for you if you just want to, express yourself and make a lot of people smile around the world with your effects.
I think the randomizer ones, especially if you are about to anticipate some trends like movie that are about to launch or something like this, you are in the right point to get a viral effect and this kind of things as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great suggestion as well. When we did a lot of interviews with creators during our open house developer conference in December. And we had a few creators. I think her name was Chantal Filters in the UK. She said that when she plans out her effects, she has a calendar of all of the upcoming releases, the new Netflix shows that are coming out, and she'll see what the trends are going to be just on the internet for the next few months. And that's how she picks what effects to make. That is also a great strategy and suggestion for how to make an effect that could receive an Effect Creator Awards payout. Is just think about what people are already going to be talking about on the internet. It's a good approach.
Yeah, I know we have so many tips to give for the creators, and well, for the last few days, I have been seeing in the Discord and at the forum as well a lot of questions, and I've been gathering them so we can try to answer the majority of it. So let's see, Greg. One thing that I think is the most requested question ever, it is, what is the RPM and how is it calculated?
Yeah, great question. So RPM stands for revenue per mille, M-I-L-L-E. I think that's like Latin or something. But this is just a standard, I would say, payout model or fund model. We use the same term for our creator rewards program for making videos. And I think a lot of other platforms use this term. It basically means, yeah, like what your payout per 1,000 videos would be. So if your RPM is 50 cents, that means if your effect is used in 1,000 videos, you'll get a payout of 50 cents. That's not a standard payout. I just pulled that number off the top of my head. But yeah, how do we calculate this? It varies a lot, and it varies depending on a variety of factors. But one of the main ones is where the video creator is located. So we basically have set up the program to kind of reflect how these videos impact our ecosystem. So you could imagine that the RPMs would be a little bit higher for videos that are created in larger markets like the United States, and a little bit lower, or we don't have any RPMs for videos that are created in some of the smaller countries. That's one of the factors. I think is the main one. But if people have other questions about RPM, let me know. This is also something that we are continuously tweaking to make sure that we're able to get creators the payouts that they deserve. So like I mentioned, when we make changes like we remove private videos from the payouts, we are going to do things like increasing the RPM to compensate for this so that creators aren't losing out any potential payouts. So yeah, we'll keep tweaking it though. It's always a work in progress.
And just for so clarifying, then it is related to the videos published and not with the views, right?
Yes, correct. It's how many videos are created with your effect. It doesn't have anything to do with how many times the effect is viewed or how many times the videos are viewed that are created with your effect.
And for by any chance, if I am about to sign up for this program today, would I be able to receive for some of the effects that I have been trending in my account, the viral ones, or only for when I start to post it again, the new
Good
effects?
question. Well, I would love to hear what viral effects you've created, Victoria. If anyone doesn't know on this call, Victoria's an effects creator. Victoria, like long before she joined TikTok, she is an influencer in the space. She knows every creator in Latin America. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic here, but everyone go check out Victoria's page because she's great. But to answer your question, no, basically you'll start earning payouts for any effects that are created after you join the program. And like I said, joining the program is very simple. You have to meet a few of those requirements. You have to have a gold badge, which most of our effect creators do. It means you've published, I want to say 5 effects. It means that you have to be over 18, you have to be in the right region, and you have to set up your tax and payment setup, which is basically like logging into PayPal for most regions, and then filling out a few like details about your personal information for tax forms. Takes 5 minutes. But yeah, if you haven't signed up for the program and if you're in one of those regions, please go to the Effect Creator Awards website now and fill it out now. Because yeah, if you publish effects before you've joined the program, we aren't able to give any payouts for those effects.
I think this was mainly asked as well because some of the creators were a little bit in doubt related to the new ECR 3.0. So they would like to know if they were already joining the Effect Creator Rewards 2.0, will they have any difference in the payout between the new launch of this 3.0?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I mean, in general, it varies. Like it really depends on the effect. It's a little bit different for every effect. What I would say is that we anticipate with these changes that the average payout you receive per effect will probably be about the same. We don't think it's going to go down much because of what I mentioned with the public videos, but also raising the RPMs. So we think your average payout will be probably the same. But we do think that due to the fact that we're lowering the requirements to get a payout to 100,000 videos, we think the number of effects that will get a payout for you will go up compared to this previous version of the program. So that's in general what we're guessing will happen. But I guess, yeah, like I mentioned, it totally varies depending on what the effects are, and also depending on how the platform evolves. You know, people are using AR and effects on TikTok in very different ways now than they were 6 months ago. So this can change over time. But our goal is always the same, is to get creators paid for their work. So we'll continue to update the model as we go, as we see how things evolve in the app.
Oh, that's awesome. Can't wait for the next changes already. And I think another question that I have been receiving a lot from my creators, and they would love to understand more, it is related to the discrepancy of the number of the videos that goes towards the rewards payouts and the amount of the videos that are in the dashboards. Sometimes they say that the numbers are lower, and what is that about it?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think there's three main reasons why you see this discrepancy. I would say the first one now is the private videos. So we know that on general, a certain percentage of videos that creators make with effects are private. They don't want other people to see them. This is for a number of reasons. I guess, like, for example, when I make a video with a randomizer effect, I want to get the funniest response, right? So I'm going to make like a bunch of different videos with that randomizer. And then once I get a really good response and I have a really good video, then that's the video that I'll either publish or I'll make public. Actually, I think a lot of creators do this. You know, when we had an interview with Chris Olsen during Open House, Chris said the same thing. You know, he will try effects by creators like dozens or even 100 times, he said, until he gets like the best response, and then he publishes the video. So that's why you see some of those videos are going to be private, and they won't count for ECR. And that's also why some of the videos won't be counted, is if they're made by the same creator in the same day. So if I make 10 videos with the crazy parking effects, and then on the final one, like, oh my god, I finally parked the car, like those first, only one of those videos counts for rewards payouts. And like we do this like mainly to prevent spam. You know, we don't want people to be publishing 1,000 videos in one day to try to get these payouts, because that would not be fair to all the other creators who are playing the game correctly and fairly. So we want the money to go where it should go, and to the right creators. So that's also why you will see the discrepancy. Is it only one video per creator per day will be qualified. Yeah, and then the third one is that we, not all videos made in or videos that are not made in Effect Creator Awards qualified regions aren't eligible for rewards. And I would say it really depends on the type of effect, but in general, we see that effects that use the user media texture feature or green screen, these are primarily used in regions that are not eligible for Effect Creator Awards. And I guess, like, if I was to guess why this is happening, it's because users in those regions are making a lot of photo posts, or maybe they aren't making as many video posts. And user media texture, these are basically photo slideshow effects. And so they're for creators who mainly use photos in their posts. So your effect will probably get used a lot sometimes if you make an effect with that feature, but not in the regions that we offer rewards for. So that is one thing that I've noticed, that we had a creator on Discord today who posted that only 5% of the video posts with their effect were qualified for ECR. That's a very, very low percentage. But for that feature in specific, we've noticed similar trends. Like I said, though, the platform is changing all the time. So I don't want to say don't use user media texture. I don't want to say that people are, that your green screen effects aren't going to go viral all around the world. I think, especially because creators around the world are starting to use photo mode a lot more on TikTok, that'll probably change in the future. That's just what we notice right now and in the past few months. But that's the third reason that you'll see a discrepancy.
I think it's all related to your strategy as well. Like, what regions would you like to reach, and what types of effects you should be creating so that you can reach the right region that you would like to. In the chat, I have been reading. There are some new people in here, and one of the common question that I've been reading as well is that what are the effects that are actually eligible for the effect creator rewards, but mostly related. Are the mobile effects also eligible for effect creator rewards, or only the community ones?
Yeah, good question. Right now, only effects that are made in Effect House on Mac or PC are available for effect creator awards. So if you make a TikTok effect on your phone, which maybe you didn't know we have that feature, but yeah, if you go to TikTok, you go to the effects section and you click create, you can make effects on your phone now, or your tablet, or whatever app you have TikTok on. But right now, those are not eligible for effect creator awards. But we're thinking about adding it. So if that's something that would be very meaningful for you, if that's something that you're interested in, please let us know. Post it on our feature request board, and we can explore that for the next version of Effect Creator Awards.
Oh, thank you very much for clarifying all those questions. Let me check in the chat if we are having another one. But I think we can come back with more chat questions in the end of the live, so we can come up with these chat ones.
Cool. Perfect.
Right now, I would like to invite then our special guest to talk a little bit more about the journey with Effect House and how he has achieved the Effect Creator Rewards in his journey. So I would like to you all to say hi to Cristiano Bartel today. Hi, Cris!
Hi!
Oi, tudo bom? Just so I can say to everyone, we'll be talking in Portuguese, but after this live will be recorded and we'll be putting some more subtitles. At this moment, we'll be having some subtitles as well, so let's just watch in Portuguese. Oi, Cris, como você está? Tudo bom?
Tudo bem, como vai você?
Também, seja muito bem-vindo. Eu estou muito feliz de ter você nessa live, de poder apresentar você para as pessoas. Para quem não sabe, o Cris, ele é o criador do Crazy Park Game, que é um dos efeitos que mais tem bombado aí no TikTok, né, Cris? Conta aí um pouquinho aí da sua jornadinha.
O Crazy Parking, ele é um dos jogos que eu fiz que tiveram mais sucesso. Eu já criei alguns outros jogos antes que tiveram bastante sucesso também, mas foi uma surpresa até para mim, uma surpresa que fez tanto sucesso esse jogo. Crazy Parking, ele é um jogo de carro, porque eu percebi que jogos de carros tendem a fazer mais sucesso no TikTok. Então, eu resolvi criar um jogo de carro que fosse simples de jogar e que desse para fazer muitas variações dele, com desafios diferentes. Então, eu criei ele eu até usei como inspiração outro jogo que eu tinha visto no próprio TikTok, que foi um outro desenvolvedor que fez, que também era de estacionar um carro fazendo uma manobra. Eu percebi que o jogo dele aparentemente não usava física. A física agora está presente no Effect House e usando física dá para fazer jogos mais interessantes, com uma física mais interessante. Então, eu resolvi criar uma versão minha usando física do Effect House no efeito. E acabou ficando muito legal, ficou um efeito bem divertido. O carro derrapa, o carro faz manobra e depois ele entra numa vaga e estaciona. E acabou sendo que o pessoal gostou muito e eu acabei fazendo mais versões e o pessoal sempre gostava muito. As pessoas sempre estavam pedindo para eu fazer novas versões do jogo e as pessoas começaram a pedir para mim para colocar carros que elas queriam que eu colocasse.
É
Então, às
legal que
vezes,
a
pessoal,
lógica é parecida, né? Só que você acabou adaptando para outros nichos por causa dos pedidos das pessoas. É isso.
sim. Então, as pessoas começaram a pedir. Primeiro, começaram a pedir carros específicos. Então, daí eu mudei o carro. Tinha alguém que pediu para usar uma Bugatti, por exemplo. Eu fiz uma versão com uma Bugatti. Daí, então, depois teve pessoas começando a pedir com outros objetos. Teve gente que
Aham.
pediu para encaixar um telefone no carregador. E daí eu fiz, o pessoal ficou feliz, as pessoas começavam a ficar muito felizes que eu começava a fazer os jogos com os pedidos delas. E eu comecei a fazer muitas variações e sempre fazia sucesso. E esse jogo começou a me dar um retorno muito bom, muito positivo,
Uhum.
e eu me dediquei muito a ele. Então, eu comecei a fazer muitas versões e todas viravam sucesso. E então eu consegui fazer muito sucesso com esse jogo e agora já está na versão 62, se eu não me engano. Então, esse
Caramba.
jogo aí foi uma jornada que trouxe muito sucesso, muitos seguidores para mim. Foi muito
Eu
positivo mesmo.
acho que foi esse jogo, né, que trouxe uma virada de chave assim na sua carreira de criador de realidade aumentada, né? É, foi a partir desse jogo que começou realmente essa questão do Effect Creator Rewards, né? Como que foi esse processo de você ver esse alcance que o jogo poderia ter?
Foi muito legal isso, eu fiquei muito surpreso, foi assim realmente incrível o alcance que estava tendo. Eu anteriormente fazia muitos jogos, mas ainda não tinha esse sistema de recompensa, então eu não
Uhum.
estava ainda tendo lucro com os meus jogos. Mas como eu sou desenvolvedor de jogos, eu gostava muito de criar os meus jogos no TikTok, só pelo alcance e também por hobby. Mas depois que
Uhum.
começou o Creator Reward, comecei a conseguir monetizar, né, os meus filtros e foi incrível o quanto eu consegui monetizar com esse efeito, com esse jogo de TikTok. Eu consegui fazer muito mais sucesso e tive um retorno também financeiro muito maior do que eu estava tendo lançando jogos para celular, como para o Android e para o iPhone. Antes eu lançava jogos para eles e eu vi que eu estava começando a ter um resultado muito melhor lançando os jogos através do Effect House. E foi muito incrível, assim, muito rápido o retorno. Foi assim uma época assim desde o lançamento até agora que teve muito sucesso e isso me deu um retorno financeiro muito bom. Agora, claro, que
Sim.
tipo, já estamos na versão 60 e poucos, então, como já lancei muitas versões do Crazy Parking, já começou a ter algum desgaste, né? Mas daí é natural. E eu já comecei a criar novos jogos e estou testando e lançando para achar um novo substituto do Crazy Parking, um novo jogo que vai impactar e vai fazer muito sucesso. Então, agora estou
Sim, com
começando a
certeza.
preparar uma nova jornada com um jogo novo que impacte também o público.
Para quem não sabe ainda, bom, com certeza as pessoas não sabem disso, mas o Cris ele foi o primeiro criador e a gente não está falando só da América Latina, a gente está falando de todo o programa do Effect Creative Awards a receber o valor máximo de recompensa com o uso dos efeitos mensal. Então, aqui a gente está falando de uma oportunidade muito grande mesmo, né? E muito legal, principalmente quando a gente fala de regiões e das possibilidades que a gente tem aqui com os efeitos. E você também tem um efeito de template, né? O seu efeito caneta azul também está lá nos templates do Effect House. E o que você acha que é tão legal desse efeito que fez tanto sucesso também? Eu acho que foi, se não me engano, acho que foi um dos primeiros efeitos assim que bombou mesmo, e aí a partir daí vieram os outros, né? Qual dica você daria assim para quem está aí nessa criação de efeitos aí de game que nem esses dois jogos que você tem?
A dica que eu tenho, primeiramente, é lançar muitos jogos e usar os templates para aprender. Use bastante templates, porque nos templates, se você for usar no Effect House, através dos templates consegue aprender muita coisa. Então, a pessoa também deve testar muito, porque às vezes tu pode lançar um jogo que não faça sucesso, mas às vezes tu modifica alguma coisinha, lança outra versão e essa pode fazer sucesso. Então, não é uma coisa que a pessoa deva desistir se não deu certo num, porque até eu mesmo lancei muitos jogos que não fizeram sucesso também, até chegar nos que fizeram sucesso. Então a pessoa tem que ter persistência e criatividade, tem que sempre
Sim.
ficar criando jogos novos, vendo o feedback das outras pessoas e tentando melhorar cada vez mais os jogos até dar certo. Esse jogo do Caneta Azul, eu acredito que fez muito sucesso também, porque foi inspirado num meme brasileiro, que tem a música Caneta Azul, que é muito famosa. E também eu tive essa ideia, não foi só minha. Eu tenho um amigo que também é muito famoso no TikTok, o Dom Patrício, e foi ele que sugeriu, na verdade, a gente criar esse jogo do Caneta Azul, inspirado no Caneta Azul. Daí ele fazia a arte, os desenhos do jogo, e eu fazia a programação do jogo. Então a gente juntou essa ideia aí, e a gente lançou, e foi nesse daí que foi o primeiro jogo, na verdade, que teve um sucesso gigantesco que eu lancei no TikTok, e foi aí que eu percebi que era que o TikTok era uma ferramenta que eu podia crescer muito desenvolvendo jogos. Eu percebi aí que tinha um potencial gigantesco, e não só na questão de monetização, que é bem recente, né? Mas naquela época ainda não tinha monetização, mas eu já estava pensando na questão de até em fazer publicidade através dos efeitos, através dos jogos, porque tinha um alcance gigantesco e podia viralizar de um jeito orgânico, que eu não precisava nem sequer investir dinheiro para divulgar o efeito, com a própria característica do TikTok de promover alguma coisa com seu perfil, já é possível ter um marketing orgânico e fazer as visualizações dos efeitos ficarem gigantescas. Então, eu percebi no Caneta Azul que tinha um grande futuro por aí. E eu ainda acredito que vai crescer muito, muito, muito ainda isso.
Sim, e você falou bastante aí da colaboração, né? Que nesse caso foi um efeito de colaboração com outro criador também. Você falou de teste, de ver como que performa. Você tem essa relação com os seus seguidores, de pegar alguns feedbacks, de ver como que você pode melhorar esses efeitos, ou até mesmo escutar essas sugestões deles? Você faz alguma estratégia aí para ter essa relação?
Sim, eu lanço o jogo, as pessoas elas comentam muito no comentário dos vídeos que eu lanço, os vídeos que eu uso quando eu publico o meu efeito, né, para apresentar o efeito. E eu tento ler todos os comentários dos seguidores, e tento responder também todos. Às vezes tem
Sim,
muitos e muitos e eu não consigo responder todos. Mas então eu leio, e daí eu tento responder, e daí eu começo a ver todas as sugestões que eles dão. E então eu faço tipo uma lista de prioridades, porque às vezes são muitas sugestões e eu não consigo fazer todas as sugestões que eles dão. Então eu começo a ver quais
sim,
as ideias que são mais legais e faço uma prioridade. Então daí começo a fazer na medida do possível uh, alterações que eles pedem e coloco alguma coisa que eles sugeriram, como um carro novo no meu jogo, alguma
sim,
coisa diferente nos controles do jogo. Então, eu gosto muito de ficar lendo os comentários para ver todo o feedback que as pessoas estão dando dos meus jogos. E então, isso daí é uma ferramenta, os comentários do vídeo que eu uso para comentar, para apresentar meu jogo, é uma ferramenta incrível para conseguir ter todo esse feedback dos seguidores. E também ter contato com eles, né?
uhum. Né? Porque querendo ou não, você com essa relação é o que permite com que eles continuem te acompanhando, né? Com que você tenha mais sugestões. E eu acho que agora, hoje em dia, né, a gente pode até considerar assim que você está sendo o rei dos efeitos de games aí, né? Do TikTok. Tem muito efeito de jogo legal, assim. Eu acho que é um nicho que cada vez mais está crescendo assim no nosso na nossa plataforma. Para quem está começando aí com os efeitos de jogos e tal, qual seria a sugestão assim mais virada aí para o lado de games mesmo, que você tem todo esse background de programação e tal? O que seria uma dica que você acha que seria fundamental?
Tá bom. Para quem está começando, a dica que eu dou, principal, é assim: comecem fazendo jogos bem simples, o mais simples possível. Tentem fazer simples, mas que seja bem caprichado. Testem bastante o jogo, vejam se os amigos, as pessoas próximas podem testar antes do lançamento do jogo e ver
Sim,
a opinião deles. As pessoas vão testar, e tu pode ver se elas estão gostando do jogo na medida que estão testando, pode pegar o feedback delas, e também o próprio criador tem que testar bastante e ver se realmente está divertindo ele o jogo. O jogo não precisa ser gigantesco. E, às vezes, a gente cria um jogo muito grande, complicado, acaba não tendo o resultado do que a gente espera. E, às vezes, a gente cria um jogo super simples que acaba fazendo muito sucesso. Eu já fiz jogos que eram mais complicados que o Crazy Parking, e não fizeram tanto sucesso quanto o próprio Crazy Park, que era mais simples. Então,
sim,
se a pessoa começa fazendo jogos mais simples, ela vai aprendendo aos poucos, sem ter uma sobrecarga, sem perder tempo demais fazendo uma coisa só. E daí ela pode ir testando, vendo o que as pessoas vão achando e evoluindo aos poucos. E também a questão de usar os templates para... Existem templates de jogos, né? Os templates de jogos também ajudam bastante a aprender como funciona todo o processo de criar os jogos no Effect House. Então, também pode Eu uso também YouTube para ver se alguém criou algum tutorial de como fazer alguma coisa. Tem a comunidade no Discord também, que dá para consultar os outros desenvolvedores. Então, tudo é válido para começar a criar os jogos.
Sim, que legal, né? E eu acho que exatamente você foi no ponto-chave dessa criação, porque às vezes eu acho que a gente fica na cabeça que criar um jogo é algo muito complexo, muito difícil, mas na verdade é isso, né? Você pode criar um efeito que vai viralizar, que vai bombar, criando algo menor, e aí você vai adaptando conforme vem a necessidade aí, tanto dos seus seguidores ou que você aprenda mesmo, né? E muito legal saber disso, Cris. E acho que para a gente poder finalizar um pouquinho aí esse bate-papo, eu queria saber, me conta aí, se você puder, claro, um pouquinho sobre o seu novo projeto. O que está vindo por aí e o que as pessoas que estão assistindo podem ficar de olho aí nas próximas semanas.
Uhum. Eu estou fazendo um jogo novo. Na verdade, eu lancei 3 episódios dele. É uma série nova que eu estou criando. Eu vou mostrar aqui. Ele se chama The Last Driver. Por que eu criei esse jogo? O The Last Driver, na verdade, é um jogo que eu tinha criado no ano de 2021, se eu não me engano, para iPhone. E fez um sucesso tremendo. Teve 8 milhões de downloads para iPhone
Uau!
o meu jogo. E nessa época fez tanto sucesso o jogo, as pessoas estavam gostando tanto, que eu decidi fazer uma versão agora do jogo para o TikTok, usando o Effect House. Claro que, como ele é um jogo rodando dentro do TikTok, ele tem mais limitações de processamento, dessas questões do que ser um jogo nativo rodando diretamente no celular. Então, eu tive que fazer algumas adaptações, mas sem perder a característica principal dele, que é ser um jogo de carro que tem que dirigir durante o apocalipse. No jogo, tu controla um carro e tem muitos obstáculos que vão aparecendo no caminho, como carros quebrados, caem meteoros na pista, tem tornados na pista e tem prédios desabando que ainda não fiz, mas em versões futuras vão ter. Vão ter fendas no chão para pular usando rampas e vai ter até dinossauros na estrada, vai ter disco voador soltando raios na pista. Tem muitos desastres acontecendo ao mesmo tempo, zumbis. E eu coloquei, na versão original do The Last Drive, eu tinha colocado todas as coisas de desastre que eu imaginava, eu coloquei lá.
Uhum.
E eu estou tentando trazer tudo aos poucos para o TikTok usando o Effect House também. E eu estou lançando versões aos poucos. Cada versão eu vou tentando aumentar um pouco o jogo, colocando alguns obstáculos novos. E daí, então, aos poucos, eu vou ampliando o jogo a cada episódio. Então, agora estou na
Nossa, que
versão
legal.
3 e vamos ver como é que vai ficar o jogo até a versão 10 ou 20. Depende tudo de quanto sucesso o jogo vai fazer. E
Eu acho legal que
daí
você já planeja, né? Tipo, você já tem isso na sua cabeça, que você vai lançar versões diferentes com objetos diferentes, ações diferentes, né?
sim. E isso daí é até uma outra dica, inclusive, para os desenvolvedores, que é uma dica muito importante para a pessoa conseguir monetizar mais. Eu poderia fazer um jogo, por exemplo, o Crazy Parking, com já várias fases dentro do próprio jogo que eu não sei, da própria versão que eu não sei. Por exemplo, Crazy Parking 1 ter uma versão que usa tal carro com tal desafio. E no mesma versão ter a fase 2, fase 3. Mas daí está monetizando com um jogo só. Em vez disso, é melhor fazer uma fase cada jogo, sabe? Lança como um jogo novo cada fase. Assim, daí a pessoa vai ter vários jogos monetizando. Então,
Até
isso
para
daí
você
pode...
reter mais, né?
Então, assim, porque além da pessoa conseguir monetizar mais, lançando versões, um jogo independente a cada versão, a pessoa ainda consegue lançar jogos mais curtos, porque esse é um outro ponto importante. Como é um jogo para uma plataforma de gravar vídeos curtos, como o TikTok, é difícil uma pessoa querer ficar fazendo um vídeo longo demais, jogando um jogo muito longo. Isso daí podia acabar ficando um jogo de uns 10 minutos, ou coisa assim. Então, as pessoas tendem a gostar de jogos assim mais curtos e casuais, pelo que eu testei. Então, esses são os dois pontos. Então, com jogos curtinhos, então, em vez de fazer um jogo muito longo, quebra ele em mini-jogos e vai lançando vários. Então, assim, tem mais, lança mais efeitos, pode monetizar, e as pessoas conseguem jogar um jogo mais acessível e casual, que é mais curto também.
Nossa, que incrível essa dica. Eu já anotei aqui, pode ter certeza que para os próximos efeitos, eu acho que é uma das estratégias que a gente tem que realmente adotar, né? Porque é até uma forma da gente dar continuidade ao nosso efeito, né? Em vez de morrer ali, a gente consegue estender um pouquinho mais dessa história.
Sim, com certeza.
E eu acho que é isso, né? Uma das outras estratégias que eu sempre vejo que você faz também é meio que já trazer isso um pouquinho nos seus conteúdos e tal, né? Já meio que deixar a galera assim sabendo que vai ter novos jogos e novas versões. Então, acho que isso é uma top dica aí, pessoal. Anotem que essa é uma dica de ouro.
Com certeza.
E então, muito obrigada por compartilhar com a gente a sua história, né? É uma história, acho que muito inspiracional, assim, para todas as pessoas. A gente ainda mais falando de monetização, né? Que antigamente não tinha. É uma região nova, né? A gente pôde estar aqui também participando desse programa e as outras regiões também vão poder ter isso. Então, eu acho que é uma história de inspiração, de coragem, de que deu certo e que mais outras pessoas também podem chegar aí.
Com certeza.
Muito obrigada, então, Cris. E, pessoal, vão seguir lá o Cris. O perfil dele é Bartel_Games. Fiquem de olho aí já nas próximas semanas que, como vocês viram, vem muita coisa boa por aí.
Com certeza. Estou lançando sempre jogos novos e pretendo fazer mais versões do The Last Driver.
Ficaremos de olho, então, Cris. Muito obrigada.
Eu que agradeço. Obrigado.
And now we are going back to English, but I am really, really happy to share with you all this amazing journey from Cristiano. You are going to be able to see again this recording, but the most important tip, I guess, it was be aware of your strategies for your ethics, how you can extend your ethic journey as well. So you can post an ethic, but you can still extend it and make it twice ethics of the same niche. And before we wrap up, I would like to tell you all that the link of the Effect Creator Rewards is in the description. So, for those eager to jump into Creator with Effect House and being able to monetize, just visit the ACR page on the Effect House website, which is downstairs. And don't forget to engage with our challenges as well. Thank you very much for joining us today. If you have any doubt regarding the Effect Creator Rewards, you can always reach out to us in the Discord group, in our forum as well. We will be happy to answer you. So don't forget that creativity is limitless, and your next effort could be the next hit on TikTok. Everyone is already starting to get effects that goes viral, so you can be the next one to have it. keep creating, keep experimenting, and who knows, we might be discussing your effect in the next live. I will be really happy to see you all tagging Effect House so we can see your amazing creations throughout the next week. And Greg, what would be the last very tip on Effect Creator Rewards for the creators to be putting on playing today?
Oh, templates. Just start with the templates. There's so many resources. I think, when we gave all those suggestions of the types of effects that are reaching large audiences, it's stuff that's a little more complex, interactive games, randomizers, but you don't have to spend too much time working on the mechanics of making your effect work. Let us handle that with the templates and spend all of your time thinking about creativity and different ideas. Like I think that is what will help your effect stand out the most. So yeah, use the templates, come up with fun ideas. Remember that we're all here to make people have a fun time when they're using TikTok. So have fun with it and let other people have fun with your effects too. That's my top recommendation.
Perfect. I would stick with the same tip as well. And just the last thing that I am seeing in the chat, which people have been discussing a little bit, but that's all in our guidelines. But people have been asking if the FX, which have been using some kind of IPs, would be able to monetize it or not.
Yeah, great question. So it's not something that we check when you submit your effect, right? In our guidelines, we say you should not use any IP unless you get permission to use it. And it's not possible for us to check every time. We don't need the receipts when you submit your effect. So we take you for your word and we say, okay, they have permission to use this IP. So it's not something that we check for, and it's also not something we check for when we're distributing payouts for Effect Creator Awards. However, when we look at the list of the top effects that receive payouts, not a lot of them use IP or use, like characters from a very specific show. And the reason is because you want an effect to be used by the whole world. And so if you make something for a specific show or game or movie, you're kind of limited to the number of people around the world who know about that show. So it's kind of like you're limiting yourself of how many people will want to use your effect. So that's why, we do some challenges with some partners, like Minecraft and other partners like that. But we do a lot more challenges for big moments that people around the world celebrate. Like right now, we're doing a Ramadan challenge. And that's why, because we know that there's a lot of people around the world who celebrate Ramadan. So it gives you the best opportunity to make an effect that a lot of people around the world will use. So I would suggest starting there in terms of like planning your calendar of what types of effects to make. But then also try making some effects for IP if you're interested. But also those effects are not eligible to win challenges because technically, then we would have to confirm with you. If we're going to give you like a big grand prize for a challenge, we'd have to confirm with you, did you get permission from this IP holder to use their content in your effect? So that's the long answer. But in general, I think you want to make effects that people around the world will use. That's also why I recommend not necessarily putting too much words or text into your effect. Like, you've seen Chris's effects, crazy parking. There's no words anywhere. Everyone picks them up and they immediately know how to use them. And if he had put, text in Portuguese or even English, not as many people would know how to play the games. So I think it's all part of the same theme, which is make effects that as many people around the world will know how to use. And that will set you up for success. And my one final tip is that if you do want to teach people how to use your effects, you can use the built-in hints in Effect House. And the reason we recommend using those So that's like there's a hint that's like show full body, or a hint that says, I think we have one that says start dancing. We have one that says switch to 60-second mode if you have a game that takes a full minute. And we recommend doing that instead of putting the text into the effect yourself, because when you use our built-in hints, we translate that to the region of the user. So if I am in Brazil and my phone is set to Portuguese and my app on TikTok is set to Portuguese, it'll automatically, that text will show up in Portuguese. So you're maximizing the number of people around the world who can use your effect. So I recommend using those as much as possible. It was a long answer, but I hope that covered it.
Oh, thank you very much. I think this was exactly what people would like to listen to. And okay, so thank you very much for clarifying everything. Guys, if you have any other doubt, just please type us in the Discord or in the forum. Make sure you are enrolled to the ACR. And if it's not in your region by now, just leave us the suggestion. We'll be looking forward to it. And don't forget to click down here and join our challenges. And don't forget to be aware of the events, the calendar that we have, so you can be on the trends as well and be monetized with Effect Creator Rewards.
Thanks, Victoria. Thank you for having me. This was so fun, and you did an amazing job in multiple languages. So this is great. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you all, guys. Lovely to have you with me today, and hope to see you again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.